Today you can easily watch adult videos on the internet, but in the Showa era, a film company called Nikkatsu, whose whereabouts are unknown, made films called Roman Porno, which was a kind of replacement for adult videos. Nikkatsu was originally a prestigious film company, and once had superstars such as Ishihara Yujiro, Yoshinaga Sayuri, and Kobayashi Akira on its roster. However, the days of making money from movies were over, pushed aside by television, and they were trying to find a way forward with Roman Porno, a film that was off limits to anyone under the age of 18. Around that time, a very earnest-looking gentleman in his mid-40s wearing black-rimmed glasses was visiting second-hand bookstores. He was traveling along the Tokaido. Yoshio had one daughter. Her name was Kazuyo, and she had just turned 20 at the time. When Kazuyo was 18 and still in high school, she had a big fight with Yoshiro after he disapproved of her relationship with a guy. In the heat of the moment, she ran away from home and never had any contact with Yoshiro or his wife Tae again. Of course, because she had been missing for such a long time. A missing person report was filed with the police, but no trace of her had been found for over 2 years. Then, one day, on the train home, Yoshiro found a nude photo of a woman who looked just like Kazuyo in a second-rate adult magazine that the businessman sitting next to him was reading. That day, Yoshiro called the magazine company, but they said, "Oh, that photo. It was brought in by the photographer. I know the name, but it's probably a fake name. What about the phone number? We don't have a phone number. Because we don't contact them." That's right. A clue? Maybe we can find it if we go through all the porn magazines. The cold words of the magazine editor were the first clue he had. From that day on, Yoshiro began searching the pornographic magazine sections of bookstores and second-hand bookstores. However, there are as many women who could be models for pornographic magazines as there are stars in the sky, so it was nearly impossible to find a model whose origins were unknown, unless she was a popular one. One day, at a second-hand bookstore in Osaka City, Yoshiro was looking around the pornographic magazine section as usual, when a part-time employee called out to him, "Is there anyone you're looking for?" "Yes, well, shall I look for you? Our store has a wide selection, compared to other stores in the same business, so we can find, even if we don't have what you're looking for here." Then, this girl, Yoshiro showed the part-time employee a nude photo from a tattered magazine. The employee thought for a moment, could this girl be? And brought out a movie magazine. And then, she looks like a girl who's been popular in romantic porn lately. Even though she's in a supporting role. Isn't it this girl? Yoshiro stared intently at the scene the clerk handed him. "It's definitely Kazuyo. Thank you." And with that, Yoshiro ran out of the used bookstore. It would be terrible if she runs away again. Yoshiro called Tae and the two of them waited outside the studio. He told the film company staff that he was a fan. "I'll leave as soon as I get her autograph," he said, and asked them for the filming date. It would have been impossible for a big star, but since she was a supporting actress, and the person who came to see her was a middle-aged woman in her mid-40s, with a clear social standing, they probably managed to do something. When Kazuyo came out after the shoot, Yoshiro and Tae stood in front of her, looking exhausted. The two of them must have been very worried. This is what it means to be overwhelmed with emotion, and the tears just flowed. And they couldn't say anything. On the contrary, it was Kazuyo who calmly asked, "Mom and Dad, what's wrong?" After that, Kazuyo only appeared in 3 minor roles in Roman Porno films, and then left the film industry. After that, she ran a small izakaya with a fellow unsuccessful actor. Of course, nowadays, both Yoshiro and Tae drop by the bar from time to time, and they live in a friendly atmosphere.